Panathinaikos is not playing around this summer. After losing the EuroLeague and Greece final to their bitter rivals Olympiacos, the Greens have responded with one of the most aggressive rebuilds in recent European basketball history, tearing down and rebuilding almost the entire identity of the roster in a matter of weeks. New coach, new stars, new expectations. Let's go through everything that has happened in Athens this offseason piece by piece. It all starts on the bench. Ergin Ataman is out after 3 seasons, and in his place, Panathinaikos has brought back the man simply known as the King, Zeljko Obradovic, returning to the club after 14 years away. This is arguably the biggest coaching story of the entire EuroLeague offseason, a 5-time EuroLeague champion walking back into the building where he built much of his legend. Obradovic didn't come alone either, reuniting with Dimitris Diamantidis, the legendary Greek guard who once starred for him on the court and now joins him on the bench as an assistant coach. It's a full-circle moment for the club, and it immediately reset expectations in Athens back to the highest possible level. The rebuild on the roster began with center Moustapha Fall, and this one raised eyebrows for a very specific reason, because Fall spent the last 5 seasons at Olympiacos, Panathinaikos' fiercest rival, winning 4 Greek league titles, 3 Greek cups, and a EuroLeague championship in Piraeus. The Frenchman, 34 years old and listed at 2'18", signed a 2+1-year deal to make the rare and controversial switch across the city. He's coming off an ACL and patellar injury that wiped out most of last season, but across his EuroLeague career, he has still averaged over 7 points and 4.5 rebounds a game, and he brings exactly the kind of defensive rim protection and veteran experience Obradovic wants anchoring his front court. The second big domino was Guerschon Yabusele, and this transfer sent shockwaves through the league. The French forward spent the last 2 seasons in the NBA with the Philadelphia 76ers, New York Knicks, and Chicago Bulls, but he's walking away from that to sign a 3-year deal in Athens. Yabusele already has a EuroLeague championship ring from his time with Real Madrid back in 2023, and he's no stranger to Obradovic's basketball either, having been at the center of that infamous EuroLeague playoff brawl a few years back that briefly turned him into one of the most talked-about names in the sport. In his first interview after signing, Yabusele made it clear this wasn't just about money, praising Obradovic's basketball mind and calling Panathinaikos a club with history, ambition, and one of the best fan bases in the game. Next in the door was Brancou Badio, and this one took a fight to get done. The Senegalese guard was locked into a fresh contract extension with Valencia Basket, but Panathinaikos activated his €1.5 million buyout clause to pry him away after the best season of his career. Badio averaged over 11 points a game in the EuroLeague last season and helped Valencia to a Spanish league title, and at just 27 years old, he signs a 3-year deal that ties him to the Greens through 2029. He's an Afrobasket bronze medalist with Senegal and adds another shot creator and floor spacer to a backcourt that badly needed depth. And then came the defensive anchor, Isaac Bonga. This might be the most tactically important signing of the summer because Bonga is reuniting with Obradovic after playing for him at Partizan, where the two won an ABA League title together. Bonga activated his own buyout clause, a bargain at just €700,000, to make the jump to Athens on a 3-year deal worth $6.5 million. The German international at 2'3" is coming off a career year, averaging 10 points and 5.5 rebounds while shooting over 60% from 2-point range, and he was named Best Defender at Eurobasket 2025 after helping Germany win the gold medal. A versatile, switchable defender who can guard multiple positions, Bonga gives Obradovic exactly the kind of two-way weapon that championship EuroLeague teams are built around. On top of all these arrivals, Panathinaikos made sure to lock down a piece that was already there. Juancho Hernangomez has agreed to a contract extension that will keep him in Athens all the way through 2030. The Spanish forward joined the club back in 2023 and has already won a EuroLeague title, a Greek League championship, and 2 Greek Cups in green and white. Club owner Dimitris Giannakopoulos made the announcement personally, essentially telling Hernangomez to name his own number of years, which says everything about how much the club values him going forward. It does mean Obradovic now has a genuinely stacked front court rotation to manage between Hernangomez, Fall, Bonga, Yabusele, Matthias Lesord, and Nigel Hayes-Davis. Good problem for a title contender to have. Of course, a rebuild this size doesn't happen without departures, too. Guard TJ Shorts has already left the club, officially parting ways after just one season in Athens, with Panathinaikos sending him off with a warm farewell message before he moved on to sign with Valencia Basket. Forwards. Marius Grigonis and Kenneth Faried also exited the roster this summer as part of the broader shakeup. The rest of the core group remains in place for now, but all eyes are on Cedi Osman, whose situation is still very much up in the air. Reports out of Greece and Turkey have strongly linked him with a move to PAOK, with some outlets suggesting a deal could be finalized soon, but as of right now, nothing has been officially confirmed, so it's still very much a situation to watch rather than a done deal. So when you add it all up, this is one of the most ambitious rosters Panathinaikos has built in years, a mix of proven EuroLeague winners, NBA experience, and a legendary coach back where he belongs. The pieces are all pointing toward one thing, and that's another serious run at the EuroLeague title in 2026 to 27. What do you think of this Panathinaikos rebuild? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hoops of Europe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a transfer update. See you in the next one.